Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for 27th of November. The session will be quite interesting. In this video a total of 20 important news will be discussed of utmost importance. We will be talking about Bengaluru Tech Summit. Then we will be talking about the 4th edition of Coastal Defense Exercise Sea Vigil. Next thing is Vision Initiative, we will be talking about it. Then S&P Global CSA ranks Hindelco as the world's most sustainable aluminium company. We will be discussing all these things in detail, so stay tuned till the end. It will be a very interesting and an important session. Also students, if you are new to our channel and haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe, as we are one-stop solution for current affairs. We make sure to upload the daily current affairs video at 5 a.m. in the morning. We make sure to upload the weekly current affairs, the monthly current affairs, and the topic wise. That will be very beneficial. Welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. Then at start we are talking about national affairs, right? And in this too we will be starting with Bengaluru Tech Summit. Tech Summit, that means the event that was held here was focusing on technology, the new technology, the use cases of the upcoming technology, right? This was the 27th edition of Bengaluru Tech Summit that was jointly organized by the Karnataka's Electronics and Information Technology. Let me show you here, as this is the 27th edition. This was organized by Karnataka's Electronic Information Technology and Biotechnology Department and STPI, that is Software Technology Park of India. It was held from 19 to 21st of November and it was held in Bengaluru, Karnataka. There is a theme and this is important, so take a note of this. What was the theme of the 27th edition of Bengaluru Tech Summit? It is Unbound, right? Then here the Karnataka government, they have launched Global Capacity Center, right? This is a policy that become the first Indian state to initiate such a policy. This GCP policy will be for 5 years, that is from 2024 to 2029, and it will modify the state as a prime location for innovation and technological excellence. Apart from this, Karnataka government has also drafted a Karnataka Space Technology Policy for 24 to 29. So two things: global capability centers and Karnataka Space Technology Policy. Who is the Chief Minister of Karnataka State? Siddaramaiah. Who is the governor here? Thar Chand Gehlot. And there is a tiger sanctuary that you can remember in Karnataka, that is Bandipur Tiger Reserve, right? Then if we talk about this Karnataka, as I mentioned, they have launched a draft space tech policy. This is for the year 2024 to 2029, and this will make Karnataka state a global attraction for the space technology research and development and manufacturing for the same. Apart from this, you will be seeing this global capability centers. They aims to establish more than, or this under this policy, more than 500 new global capability centers will be established that will be creating more than 3.5 lakh jobs, and it will generate a revenue of $50 billion by 2029. Next is Karnataka. They have also got 3 new global innovation districts. Which are these? These districts are in Bengaluru, Mysuru and Belagavi, and they are a part of this global capacity center policy only. Next we are talking about exercise Sea Vigil. This is the coastal defense exercise, and who conducted it? It was conducted by Indian Navy, right? Indian Navy conducted this. This was the 4th edition of this sea vigil exercise. It was held in 2 phases, right? Then if we talk about this exercise only, you will be seeing that this exercise was held from 13th to 19th of November, correct? And in this, Indian Navy's various aircraft, their boats, their Indian naval ships took part. First time it was in 2019, right? This exercise was conducted, and since then this exercise is being conducted annually. In this exercise, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, Indian Army, State Marine Police, Customs, Border Security Force, CISF, Indian Coast Guard, all of them took part. Next is Union Minister Jitendra Singh has launched Vision, that is an initiative to empower the underprivileged students, right? So what is Vision? First of all, you should know the full form of Vision. Vision is Viksit Bharat Initiative for Student Innovation and Outreach Network. I repeat, Viksit Bharat Initiative for Student Innovation and Outreach Network. This was launched where? It was launched in New Delhi by Dr. Jitendra Singh, and the main initiative or the main aim of this Vision initiative is basically to promote education, to promote skill building, to promote innovation among the underprivileged children, right? This will aims to bridge the gap between the rural and urban areas, or we can say between the rural and urban students, by providing them access to mentorship, resources and training opportunities, right? Then apart from this, here you can see the transformative power of technology. Stated initiatives like Vision can fuel similar revolutions by making opportunities accessible to all. And here Vision is basically a broader Vision is a part of a broader goal where we want to become a Viksit Bharat by 2047. Here, remember, Dr. Jitendra Singh has also unveiled the Bio E3 policy that will focus on biotechnology to drive growth. And also here, India's biotech sector or the startups in the biotech sector have grown rapidly from 50 in 2014 to more than 9,000 startups in 2024. Next is DIPAM. What is this? This is Department of Investment and Public Asset Management. They have issued the capital restructuring norms for the CPSE. CPSE, these are your Central Public Sector Enterprise. This will enhance the operation flexibility, right? It will enhance the operational shareholder returns. It will help us to create value, right? And also it will help us to reflect the market and the regulatory changes that have came into place since 2016. These new guidelines, if we look at them here, the CPSEs, they must pay a minimum annual dividend of 30% of profit after tax or 4% of the net worth, whichever is higher, correct? Here CPSEs with a net worth of 3,000 crore, cash reserves above 1,500 crore and trading below book value for 6 months may consider share buybacks. Also, CPSA should issue bonus shares if reserves are 20 times paid up equity capital to improve liquidity, and listed CPSAs with market price exceeding 150 times the face value for 6 months may split shares with a 3-year cooling off period between the splits, right? And these guidelines, they will be effective from FY25 excluding the public sector bank, insurance companies, so on. Next is S&P Global CSA. CSA is your Corporate Sustainability Assessment Ranking. So S&P Global, they have released the Corporate Sustainability Assessment Rankings, and they have ranked Hindalco as the world's most sustainable aluminium company, right? Hindalco Industries Limited, this is Mumbai, Maharashtra based, and it is a company or a firm of Aditya Birla Group, and it has been ranked as the world's most sustainable aluminium company for the 5th consecutive year. It has reached the 100th percentile in the nearly all areas that includes your environmental, social and governance, ESG ranking, right? Take a note of this. And this is the only aluminium company that has joined the S&P Global's DJSI World Index. Next is our External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, and Odisha's Chief Minister, Mohan Charan, has launched a website for the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Convention. I repeat, Dr. S. Jaishankar, our External Affairs Minister, and Mohan Charan Manji, the Chief Minister of Odisha, they have jointly launched a website. You can see the website here, right? And it is for the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention that was held in New Delhi. The launch of this Pravasi Bharatiya Divas website marks the start of online registration for the convention 2025, and this will be the 18th edition of this convention that is scheduled to take place from 8th to 10th of January in 2025. What is the location where this will be held? This will be held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. There is a theme for this convention, that is Diaspora's Contribution to a Viksit Bharat. Next is international affairs. We are talking about a UN report that stated that India struggles with the limited effectiveness of its gender response budgeting. So a report was released by United Nations that is talking about gender equality, gender empowerment, right? And here it stated that our country India is struggling with such gender responsing budgeting because of the lack of sex disaggregated data and exclusion of women's from various programs. But we are seeing that it has also changing now. Multiple initiatives are being launched by various governments, right? Even the central government that promotes the welfare of women and girls. Apart from this, the report has analyzed how countries in the Asia Pacific region are placed compared to the sustainable development goals adopted in Beijing, China 30 years back. And also you can see that in countries like India, they shows their strong commitment to ensuring the efficient allocation of resources based on the identified needs of women and girls, but has also outlined certain challenges that India is facing. One such challenge is the population, sheer population, because being such the largest populated country in the world, it is very difficult to manage such things at the grassroots level. Also, the report has suggested that the government of India should enhance the gender budget statement and establish a robust monitoring mechanism through the Ministry of Women, Child Development and Ministry of Finance to strengthen the GRB. Right? That is your gender responsive budgeting. Next is Republic of Armenia has joined International Solar Alliance as their 104th member. Direct question will be asked that who became 104th member of International Solar Alliance? Republic of Armenia. India, where is the headquarter of International Solar Alliance? It is Gurugram, Haryana. Next is voters of Gabon approves new constitution in referendum. I repeat, recently, as you can see them in the picture, right? The voters of Gabon country, they have recently approved a new constitution through a referendum, right? That indicates that 91.8% of the participants supported the proposed changes that were in the new constitution. The voter turnout was reported here at 53.5%. And if we talk about this referendum, it is a significant step in the Gabon's political landscape. Also, you will be seeing in this various presidential term limits is there. The new constitution introduces a limit of 2 terms for the president. That means he can extend the term from 5 to 7 years, and for 2 times he can be appointed, but not more than that. Then abolition of the prime minister position. That means in Gabon, the role of prime minister has been abolished. Next is the constitution prohibits the family members from succeeding a president, aiming to prevent the dynastic rule and ensure a more democratic transfer of power. Right? Take a note of this. Next is banking and finance. IndusInd Bank and UNICEF, they have partnered for climate resilience. That means UNICEF and IndusInd Bank, they will be working together towards disaster risk reduction, towards managing the risk, towards the corporate social responsibility initiatives, towards the funding and financing of various projects, right, and helping the climate. Correct? This partnership was formalized through a statement of intent, the focus of which was to make sure that, the focus of which was climate risk management. Right? In addition, you can see that IndusInd Bank and UNICEF program, they have also initiated various CSR trusts for the sustainable development goal, and as mentioned, CSR, your corporate social responsibility trust. Right? Next is Reserve Bank of India. They have cancelled the license of the Durga Cooperative Urban Bank. So directly remember this Durga Cooperative Urban Bank, located in Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, and has been operational for almost 95 years, right? Their license has been cancelled by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Next is economy and business. Tata Power has invested 500 crore rupees in Noida International Airport for renewable energy projects. So coming back, Mumbai, Maharashtra based Tata Power Company Limited, they partnered with UP based Noida International Airport to invest 550 crore rupees, that is $66 million, to develop a solar and wind power capabilities and to supply a clean energy to NIA. What is NIA? NIA is your Noida International Airport. This will be a 25-year partnerships that will be supporting the development of net zero airports. Next is JSW Defense. They have partnered with Shield AI to make VBAT drones in India. What is this VBAT drones? Right? Remember, these are the Group 3 unmanned aerial systems that will be developed in India. Right? Manufacturing of them will be done in India. And for the same reason, to promote the manufacturing in India, JSW Defense Private Limited, subsidiary of JSW Group, they partnered with USA based Shield AI to manufacture these VBAT drones, right, that are Group 3 unmanned aerial vehicles, and these manufacturing will be done where? In our India. Correct this VBAT, vertical take off and landing, right? Sorry, I correct myself. VBAT, this is a fixed wing drone that is a feature of VTOL, that is your vertical takeoff and landing. Next is awards and recognition. Ashoka University's Professor Projit Bihari Mukherjee has been awarded with the Pfizer Award 2024. I repeat, Ashoka University, that is in Sonipat, Haryana, has received, a professor from that Ashoka University has received this Pfizer Award, right? Take a note of this. This Pfizer Award was established in 1958 and this is given to an individual for his recognizing his exceptional books on the history of science, right? And this award consists a medal and $2,500 prize. The award recognizes the book published in English during a period of 3 calendar years immediately preceding the year of competition, right? And here Ashoka University's Professor Projit Bihari Mukherjee has been awarded with the Pfizer Award. This award is presented by HSS, that is your History of Science Society. Correct? And what is the name of the book of Professor Prabjit Bihari Mukherjee? Brown Skins, White Coats, Race, Science in India from 1920-1966. Next is Coal India Limited. They have received the Green World Awards 2024. I repeat, Coal India Limited, right? This is a Coal India CIL. This is a Maharatna, right? This comes under the Ministry of Coal, and they have been honored with the prestigious Green World Environment Award 2024 in Corporate Social Responsibility category and named as the Green World Ambassador. So I again remember they have been also named as the Green World Ambassador. So Coal India Limited received the Green World Award 2024. Coal India Limited is a Maharatna, right? And they have been awarded with this Green World Award 2024 under which category? Under Corporate Social Responsibility category. And they have been also appointed as the brand ambassador for the Green, or they have been also appointed as the Green World Ambassador. Next is appointments and resignations. Shriya Pilgaonkar has joined ALT EFF 2024 as the Goodwill Ambassador. What is this ALT EFF? It is your All Living Things Environmental Film Festival 2024. So Shriya Pilgaonkar, an Indian actress and director, has joined this ALT EFF 2024, that is the India's largest environmental film festival, as the Goodwill Ambassador. Next is acquisition and mergers. DPIIT has approved 10,000 crore rupees acquisition of RCAP by IIHL. What is this DPIIT? That is your Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. It comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and it has granted the approval of 10,000 crore rupees of debt led in Reliance Capital Limited, right? And here remember, you can see DPIIT under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, they have granted the approval of 10,000 crore rupees acquisition of debt led in Reliance Capital Limited, part of Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group, by Mauritius based Indosin International Holding Limited, a company of Hinduja Group Limited. Correct? Take a note of this. Next is science and technology. ISRO, they have signed Indian Army with Australian agency to launch Gaganyaan mission. I repeat, not Indian Army, this is implementation agreement. So ISRO signed this implementation agreement with Australian agency to launch the Gaganyaan mission. Right, this initiative will help us to collaborate in the space sector, and together we will be working so that Gaganyaan mission can be a successful mission. Gaganyaan will be in our country's first human space flight program. Right, so ISRO or this Gaganyaan, it will be India's, our country's first human space flight program. Correct, and India and Australia will be working here together. This Gaganyaan, right here, remember, astronaut will be placed into space where they will travel at an altitude of 400 km above the Earth in low Earth orbit. It is expected this mission will be launched in the year 2026, and under Gaganyaan program, ISRO will carry out 4 missions, which includes your 3 uncrewed space mission and 1 crewed space mission. Next, who is the chairman of ISRO? Dr. S. Somnath. Headquarter is in Bengaluru, Karnataka, and it was established in 1969. Next, we are talking about is important days. World Television Day observed on 21st of November, and it is to basically acknowledge the importance of television in our daily lives. This year it was the 28th edition of this day that was observed, and it was 1997 that first time this day was observed. Next is World Fisheries Day, observed on 21st of November, and this day is observed to basically highlight the importance of sustainable fishing and also to protect our aquatic ecosystems and also to promote the fishing, as it is a very staple food for many individuals. Right, so this year it was the 27th edition of this day that was observed on 21st of November. There is a theme, that is India's blue transformation, strengthening small scale and sustainable fisheries. Next, here you can see some awards were also given. The best marine state here is Kerala, then best inland state is Telangana, best Himalayan and northeast state is Uttarakhand, then best union territory Jammu and Kashmir, best marine district Kollam, Kerala, and so on. And these awards are related to your fisheries sector. Right, next students, we are looking at the one-liners. Right, Bengaluru Tech Summit, it was held from 19 to 21st of November. Then Indian Navy conducted the 4th edition of Coastal Defence Exercise Sea Vigil. Then Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has launched Vision, an initiative to empower underprivileged students. Then DIPAM has issued revised and capital restructuring norms for the CPSEs. Then S&P Global CSA has ranked Hindalco as the world's most sustainable aluminium company. Then External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and Odisha's Chief Minister Mohan Charan Manji has launched a website for the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention. Then UN report was released, and India struggles with the limited effectiveness of its gender response budgeting. Republic of Armenia has joined International Solar Alliance as the 104th full-time member. Then voters of Gabon has approved new constitution in referendum. IndusInd Bank and UNICEF, they have partnered for climate resilience. RBI has cancelled the license of the Durga Cooperative Urban Bank. Tata Power has invested 500 crore rupees in Noida International Airport for renewable energy projects. Then JSW Defense, they have partnered with Shield AI to make VBAT drones in our India. The manufacturing will be done in India. Next is Ashoka University's Professor Projit Bihari Mukherjee has been awarded with the Pfizer Award. Then Coal India Limited received the Global World Awards in the Corporate Social Responsibility category. Then Shreya Pilgaonkar has joined the ALT EFF 2024 as the Goldwill Ambassador. Then DPIIT has approved 10,000 crore rupees acquisition of RCAP by IIHL. Then ISRO, they have signed an implementation agreement with Australian agency to launch the Gaganyaan mission, expected to be launched in 2026, and it will be the first crewed mission for India. Next is World Television Day, observed on 21st November, World Fisheries Day on 21st of November. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to some revision part. Who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited? So Praveena Rai. Option 4, she has been appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited, that is the India's largest commodity exchange. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to Paris 2024 Summer Olympics held from 26th of July to 11th of August? If we look at the options here, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that skateboarding had made its debut as Olympic sport in Paris 2024. So was it skateboarding? No, it was breakdancing. Breakdancing made its debut in the Olympic sports of 2024, right? And Manu Bakar, and Sarabjot Singh, they both won bronze medal, and Swapning Kusale won the bronze medal in the men's 50-meter rifle 3-position event. Next, which bank has recently approved raising 3,000 crore rupees fund through debt securities and shares sale? So it is IndusInd Bank, right? IndusInd Bank's board, they have approved raising 30,000 crore rupees in funds through debt securities and share sales. Next, the government e-marketplace celebrated its DES Foundation Day on 9th of August. So GEM, that is government e-marketplace, they celebrated the 5th, I correct, 8th Foundation Day. It was the 8th Foundation Day on 9th of August. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the recent cabinet approvals on 8th of August? If we look at the options here, option B and C are right, but A is wrong. A is saying that the modification of Pradhan Mantri Jeevan, that is Jaiv Indhan Vatavaran Anukul Fasal Avadesh Nivaran Yojana, that is Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Yojana, has extended the implementation timeline by 5 years until 2930, that is till FY 2030. So everything is right here, but remember this Jeevan scheme has been extended by 5 years till FY 29, and this Jeevan thing is basically to promote the biofuels. Now option A, B, C all are right. Next, which state has recently launched India's first round-the-clock grain ATM, that is Annapurti? So what is the name of the India's first grain ATM? That is Annapurti. Where it has been set up, this is the question that is asked. So this India's first round-the-clock, that is 24/7 grain ATM has been set up in Odisha, and its name is Annapurti. This has been set up in collaboration with World Food Program, that is of United Nations. So option 2 is right here. Next, in August, Ministry of Home Affairs constituted a 5-member committee. This 5-member committee will monitor the current situation on the Indo-Bangladesh border. We know all the situation that is going on in Bangladesh, right? And Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, she resigned from her position and she fled the country, right? And we are seeing that multiple attacks are going on the Hindus in their Bangladesh, and multiple people want to migrate to India, and multiple people are there on the borders of India, right? So to look into that matter, a 5-member committee has been established by our Home Minister. Question asked is that who will be monitoring or who will be heading this committee? It will be headed by Ravi Gandhi. Next, which airline has recently named as the best airline in India, South Asia 2024 at the Skytrax World Airline Awards 2024? It is Vistara. Vistara is the airline that secured the top position, or it is the best airline in India and South Asia. If we are talking about the world's best airline, then which is it? World's best airline is Qatar Airways. India's best airline is Vistara. Next, in August, SBI projected a dash year-on-year growth in India's GDP for FY25. So SBI projected that India will be growing by 7% year-on-year in FY25, right? Then World Bank, they projected India to grow by 6.6%. Then Moody, that is a global rating agency, they projected India to grow by 6.8%. And if we talk about Goldman Sachs, they projected India to grow by 6.9%. Next, when was World Biofuel Day observed across the globe? So on 10th of August, we observed World Biofuel Day. Next, when was the World Lion Day observed across the globe? World Lion Day also observed on 10th of August. If we talk about uh, 23rd of May, it is observed as World Turtle Day. 17th of June as the World Crocodile Day, right? And 3rd of May observed as World or International Leopard Day. Next, who has been recently awarded the inaugural book Brahma Sahitya Puraskar 2024? So B. Jaya Mohan has been honored with the or awarded with the inaugural, that is the inaugural means the first edition of the book Brahma Sahitya Puraskar in 2024, and it was awarded during a event that was held in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Next, which company has recently won the Technology Development Fund scheme fund to develop an underwater drone or remotely operated vehicle that can monitor large ranges? So it is iROV, right? This is the company. They have won the TDF, Technology Development Fund scheme fund to develop underwater drones that can help to explore the underwater regions. This iROV, this is they signed an agreement with DRDO for this. Next, which ministry or department has recently signed an MOU with New Space India Limited, that is NSIL? This is the commercial arm of ISRO, and the MOU has been signed to grant assistance for the launch of Nepal-built Munal satellite. So it is with Ministry of External Affairs. So NSIL and MEA, they sign an MOU to help launch the Nepal-built indigenous satellite, that is Munal satellite. Next, in August, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 109 varieties of 61 crops developed by whom in New Delhi. So these are the crops, right? 61 crops, 109 new varieties of 61 crops that are developed by ICAR. Indian Council of Agriculture Research has been recently launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. These new variety of crops are nutritionally rich and adaptable to various environmental and climate changes. Next, name the portal that was recently launched under Mission Karam Yogi during the Civil Service Training Institutions Convention at the Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. So this is Amrit Gyan Kosh, right? This is the name of the portal that was launched. This was launched under Mission Karam Yogi, and it was launched during the Civil Service Training Institutions Convention at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. This facility or this particular Amit Gyan Kosh portal, this is a comprehensive knowledge repository. This will offer various Indian centric, that is Indian related case studies that will help to reduce the dependency on the Western sources. As well as apart from this, a faculty development portal has also been launched that aims to improve the teaching skills, because faculty are the teachers, right? To improve the teaching skills, this faculty development portal has been launched. Next, name the bilateral air exercise conducted between Indian Air Force and Royal Malaysian Air Force from 5th to 9th of August in Malaysia. What is the name of that exercise? That is Udara Shakti. This is the name of the exercise conducted between Indian Air Force and Royal Malaysian Air Force. What is the location where this was conducted? It is Malaysia. Next, also one more thing, remember from Indian Air Force, 7 Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jets took part in this exercise. Next, name the 10th edition of the joint military exercise conducted between the armies of India and Sri Lanka. So name of that exercise is Mitra Shakti. This was held where location? It was held in Sri Lanka. Right? Next, which bank has recently introduced Primus, that is the ultra premium credit card, in partnership with Visa Incorporation? This is Axis Bank. They have launched this Primus ultra premium credit card, and this will be offered on invitation only, and this is card designed specifically for the ultra high net worth individuals in India. Also, Axis Bank, they have launched the second edition of the Sparsh Week. So question can be asked that Sparsh Week was launched by which bank? It was launched by Axis Bank. Next, which bank's quarterly report projected India's merchandise export to grow by 4.2% to reach $111.7 billion in the second quarter of the financial year 2025. It is India Exim Bank, right? Indian Export and Import Bank of India. They projected India's merchandise export to grow by 4.2%. Next, which organization or bank recently allowed the FPIs, that is foreign portfolio investors, to invest in the sovereign green bonds at the IFSC in Gandhinagar, Gujarat? It is RBI. RBI has now allowed foreign portfolio investors that they can invest in the sovereign green bonds that will be issued at IFSC in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next, which company has recently received the approval from Indian Navy to construct 6 advanced submarines in partnership with Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems under the Project 75 India initiative? It is Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, right? This is the company that received the approval from Indian Navy to construct 6 advanced submarines in partnership with the Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine System, and these 6 advanced submarines will be developed under the Project 75I. Next, name the Padma Bhushan awardee and former Indian External Affairs Minister who recently passed away in August 2024. So, Kunwar Natwar Singh, right? He recently passed away. He was a Padma Bhushan awardee and former Indian External Affairs Minister who passed away in 2024. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1984 for civil services. Next, when was World Elephant Day observed across the globe to raise awareness about the preservation and protection of elephants? It is 12th of August. We observe World Elephant Day, and it is observed across the globe to raise awareness about the preservation and protection of elephants. Then on 3rd of March we observe World Wildlife Day. On 16th of July World Snake Day, and on 17th of June we observe World Crocodile Day. Next, which organization has recently created Environment and Ecology Department for standardization on issues related to environment and ecology? Which is that organization? It is BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. We know that if we want to export our products, right, in the international market, these products should be of high quality. So to maintain the quality of these products, right, BIS has recently created an Environment and Ecology Department for standardization on issues related to environment and ecology. Next, who has recently taken charge as the ambassador of India to USA? So Vijay Mohan Quatra, right? He took charge as the ambassador of India to United States of America. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Taranjit Singh Sandhu. Next, Tungabhadra Dam is situated where? Tungabhadra Dam is situated in Karnataka, right? And Tungabhadra Dam, on the 19th gate of the Tungabhadra Dam was swept away by flood waters on 10th of August. That is the reason we should remember this. Next, which ministry organized the 28th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organization held in New Delhi from 12th to 13th of August 2024? So, which ministry organized this 28th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organization? It is the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. There was a theme for this that you can remember, theme being use of data for decision making, strengthening state statistical system. Next, which of the following are the 3 Indian Ocean geographical structures named by International Hydrographic Organization and Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO? So, which of the following 3 Indian Ocean geographical structures named by IHO and IOC of UNESCO? So, all of 3: Ashoka Seamount, Chandragupta Ridge and Kalpatru Ridge. In Indian Ocean, these are the 3 structures that were discovered and they have been named as Ashoka Seamount, Chandragupta Ridge and Kalpatru Ridge. Next, which country's Small Business Administration has recently signed an MOU with India to promote cooperation on small and medium-sized enterprises? It is United States of America. So, India signed an MOU with USA for promoting these small and medium enterprises. Next, which organization released the Global Employment Trends for Youth 2024 report highlighting that the global youth unemployment rate in 2024 increased to 13%, representing a 15-year low. It is International Labour Organization. Next, who is the chairperson of the 10th member expert committee that was recently constituted by RBI to benchmark their statistics with global standards? It is MD Patra, that is Michael Dibatra Patra, right? He is the deputy governor of RBI, correct? And he has recently constituted, and RBI has constituted a 10-member committee that will be headed by MD Patra. Next, who will be the Chief Executive Officer of newly incorporated NPCI Bhim Service Limited, that is NBSL? So, Lalita Natraj, correct, will be the new CEO of newly incorporated NPCI Bhim Service Limited. And who will be the Chief Business Officer here? Rahul Handa. Next, if we talk about Ravi Agarwal has been appointed as the chairperson of Central Board of Direct Taxes. Next, students, is our homework section. The first question that I am asking you is, who has been appointed as the new coach of Neeraj Chopra? Second, who won their second senior women's T20 trophy? Which state won it? And third question, tell me, recently, when did we observe National Legal Service Day? Give me the theme also and the date also. So that's all for the day, students. If you find the session interesting, do hit the like button. And if you are new to our channel, do hit the subscribe button also. And now let's move to the Hindi segment. हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप सब? आई होप आप सब अच्छे होंगे। तो स्टूडेंट्स, आज की वीडियो में 27 नवंबर के हम इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स डिस्कस करेंगे। आज की वीडियो में 20 इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ रहेंगी, जहां पे हम बात करेंगे बेंगलुरु टेक समिट की, हम बात करेंगे सी विजिल एक्सरसाइज की, विजन इनिशिएटिव की बात करेंगे, देन S&P ग्लोबल CSA की रैंक है, यहाँ पे हिंडेल्को को क्या घोषित किया गया फॉर द 5th कॉन्सेक्यूटिव टाइम, ये हम इस वीडियो में डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो एंड तक बने रहिएगा, काफ़ी अच्छा सेशन रहेगा। ऑल्सो स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आप नए जुड़े हैं और अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो जल्द से जल्द सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। वी आर वन स्टॉप सॉल्यूशन फॉर करंट अफेयर्स। डेली बेसिस पे हम बहुत अच्छा कंटेंट आप सभी के लिए लाते हैं। डेली बेसिस पे जो डेली करंट अफेयर्स की वीडियो सुबह 5 बजे डल जाती है, वीकली करंट अफेयर्स टाइमली डलते हैं, मंथली करंट अफेयर्स हम टाइमली अपलोड करते हैं, एज वेल एज जो टॉपिक वाइज होते हैं वी मेक श्योर टू अपलोड देम ऑन टाइम, ताकि आपकी और बेटर लर्निंग हो सके। वेलकम टू अफेयर्स क्लाउड। माय नेम इज विकास राणा। वी आर वन स्टॉप सॉल्यूशन फॉर करंट अफेयर्स। You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. स्टार्ट करते हैं नेशनल अफेयर से। हम बात करेंगे बेंगलुरु टेक समिट की। यह भी 27वां एडिशन था बेंगलुरु टेक समिट का, जो हमें देखने को मिला था। एंड जैसा नेम सजेस्ट कर रहा है टेक, यहाँ पे अलग अलग यूज़ केसेस के लिए, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए, नई टेक्नोलॉजी को लाने के लिए, राइट इसके लिए यहाँ पे इस टेक समिट को ऑर्गेनाइज कराया गया था, जिसका 27वां एडिशन हमें देखने को मिला था। इसकी थीम क्या थी इस बेंगलुरु टेक समिट की? ये थी अनबाउंड, कि आप बाउंड नहीं है किसी भी रिस्ट्रिक्शन से, आप खुलकर यहाँ पर आप इनोवेशन लाइए। इसी के दौरान एक और चीज़ याद रखेंगे, कर्नाटका गवर्नमेंट ने ही लॉन्च किया है GCC पॉलिसी को, ग्लोबल कैपेसिटी सेंटर पॉलिसी को, राइट। एंड यहाँ पर एम है कि हम कर्नाटका को लार्जेस्ट या फिर पहली इंडियन स्टेट बनाए विद सच पॉलिसी, एंड लार्जेस्ट इंडियन स्टेट बनाए विद सच पॉलिसी, जहाँ पर हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगर इनोवेशन की भी बात करें तो कर्नाटका को प्राइम लोकेशन समझा जाए। इसी के साथ साथ इन्होंने एक ड्राफ्ट किया कर्नाटका स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी पॉलिसी 2024 से 29 के लिए, एंड ये जीसीसी पॉलिसी भी आपकी 2024 से 29 के लिए ही यहाँ पे लॉन्च की गई थी। यहाँ पे हम ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री को ग्रो करने का काम करेंगे, एंड जो भी व्हीकल के सेंसर्स हैं उनको हम उनकी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इन हाउस करने का काम करेंगे। कर्नाटका की अगर मैं बात करूं, कर्नाटका के चीफ मिनिस्टर कौन रहेंगे? सिद्धारामैया। गवर्नर कौन रहेंगे? थार चंद गहलोत जी। एंड यहाँ पर एक टाइगर रिजर्व है, बांदीपुर टाइगर रिजर्व, बांदीपुर टाइगर रिजर्व। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। नेक्स्ट आप देख सकते हैं कर्नाटका को भी 3 नई ग्लोबल इनोवेशन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स मिली हैं, बेंगलुरु, मैसूरू एंड बेलगावी। राइट, ये जो 3 डेडिकेटेड ग्लोबल इनोवेशन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं ये कहाँ पर है? इन जगह पर, यहाँ पे ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स बनाई जाएंगी, इनोवेशन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। इंडियन नेवी ने अभी कंडक्ट करा 4th एडिशन ऑफ कोस्टल डिफेंस एक्सरसाइज, जिसका नाम रहेगा सी विजिल। सी विजिल की बात करें तो ये बाइनली होती है, साल में 2 बार एक्सरसाइज की जाती है। राइट, करेक्ट, 2 साल में एक बार इस एक्सरसाइज को कंडक्ट कराया जाता है, बाइनियल एक्सरसाइज है। इस बार हमने इसका 4th एडिशन देखने को मिला। राइट, फिर यहीं पे अगर हम बात करें 2019 से इस एक्सरसाइज को कंडक्ट कराया जा रहा है, एंड इस एक्सरसाइज में अगर हम बात करें इंडियन नेवी, इंडियन एयरफोर्स, इंडियन आर्मी, इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड, CISF, राइट, पुलिस, आपके एरिया के मरीन पुलिस, इन सब का पार्टिसिपेशन देखने को मिला था। अगर मैं इंडियन नेवी की बात करूं तो चीफ ऑफ नेवल स्टाफ कौन रहेंगे? एडमिरल दिनेश के त्रिपाठी। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। यूनियन मिनिस्टर जितेंद्र सिंह ने लॉन्च किया विजन इनिशिएटिव को, ताकि जो अंडर प्रिविलेज स्टूडेंट्स हैं ना उनको एम्पावर किया जा सके, उनके अंदर स्किल्स को हम कैसे ला सकते हैं, कैसे उनके एजुकेशन के ऊपर काम कर सकते हैं, कैसे उनको बेटर हम यहाँ पे स्किल का ट्रेनिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करा सकते हैं, उनको कैसे हम मेंटरशिप प्रोवाइड करा सकते हैं। तो इसके लिए ये विजन को लॉन्च किया गया था, ये एक इनिशिएटिव है। आप यहाँ पे पिक्चर में देख सकते हैं डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह, जो कि हमारे यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी हैं, इनके द्वारा इसको यहाँ पे लॉन्च किया गया था। अगर विजन की मैं बात करूँ, विजन है विकसित भारत इनिशिएटिव फॉर स्टूडेंट इनोवेशन एंड आउटरीच नेटवर्क, एंड न्यू दिल्ली में इसको लॉन्च किया गया था। राइट, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं उत्सव फाउंडेशन। तो ये जो विजन प्रोग्राम है ना, इसको इनिशिएट किया गया था बाय गुरुग्राम बेस्ड उत्सव फाउंडेशन, जो कि एक NPO है, जो कि अंडर प्रिविलेज्ड यूथ है। राइट, उनको एजुकेशन एंड स्किल पहुंचाने का वो काम करती है। ठीक है, मार्क करके चलेंगे इसी को। इसी के साथ साथ यहीं पे याद रखेंगे डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह ने एक और चीज़ यहाँ पे लॉन्च करी, वो है बायो E3 पॉलिसी। राइट, जिसका फोकस रहेगा कि बायोटेक्नोलॉजी को हमें ग्रो करना है, इसमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट लानी है। एंड इसी के साथ साथ इंडिया के जो बायोटेक स्टार्टअप्स है ना, 50 थे 2014 में, आज बढ़ के 9000 के करीब हो गए हैं 2024 में। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। नेक्स्ट है DIPM, इन्होंने इशू किया रिवाइज्ड कैपिटल रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग नॉर्म्स फॉर द CPSEs। CPSEs क्या है? सेंट्रल पब्लिक सेक्टर एंटरप्राइज, ताकि इनकी जो ऑपरेशनल फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, शेयर होल्डर रिटर्न है, वैल्यू क्रिएशन है, उसको इंक्रीज किया जा सके, यहाँ पे बेटर किया जा सके। ये जो गाइडलाइंस है FY25 से लागू हो जाएंगी एक्सेप्ट द पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स। अगर कुछ यहाँ पे की प्रोविजंस देखें, जैसे CPSEs, इनको एक मिनिमम एनुअल डिविडेंड 30% का यहाँ पे करना होगा ऑफ द प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स, और 4% ऑफ द नेट वर्थ विच एवर इज हायर। देन CPSEs विद अ नेट वर्थ ऑफ 3000 करोड़ रुपीज, कैश रिजर्व्स अबव 1500 करोड़ रुपीज एंड ट्रेडिंग बिलो द वैल्यू फॉर 6 मंथ से उनको शेयर बायबैक्स यहाँ पे कंसिडर करने होंगे। देन CPSEs जो इशू करती हैं उनको इशू करने पड़ेंगे बोनस शेयर्स इफ रिजर्व्स आर 20 टाइम्स पेड अप इक्विटी टू इम्प्रूव लिक्विडिटी। एंड जो लिस्टेड CPSEs हैं विद द मार्केट प्राइस एक्सीडिंग 150 टाइम द फेस वैल्यू फॉर 6 मंथ, उनको अपना स्प्लिट करना होगा शेयर्स को विद इन अ 3 ईयर कूलिंग ऑफ पीरियड, मतलब 3 साल के अंदर वो फिर से यहाँ पे स्प्लिट नहीं कर सकेंगे। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं S&P ग्लोबल CSA है कॉर्पोरेट सस्टेनेबिलिटी असेसमेंट रैंकिंग। यहाँ पर इनके हिसाब से हिंडाल्को कंपनी, जो कि एक फर्म है आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप की, ये वर्ल्ड की मोस्ट सस्टेनेबल एल्यूमिनियम कंपनी है। मतलब एल्यूमिनियम जहाँ पे बनाया जाता है, राइट, इससे प्रोडक्ट बनाए जाते हैं, ये सबसे ज़्यादा सस्टेनेबल है वर्ल्ड्स मोस्ट सस्टेनेबल एल्यूमिनियम कंपनी। एंड फॉर द 5th कॉन्सिक्यूटिव टाइम हिंडाल्को इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड को यहाँ पे घोषित किया गया कि ये वर्ल्ड की मोस्ट सस्टेनेबल एल्यूमिनियम कंपनी है एज पर S&P ग्लोबल CSA। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फिर हमारे एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर S जयशंकर, इन्होंने एंड ओडिशा के चीफ मिनिस्टर मोहन चरण मांझी के द्वारा वेबसाइट लॉन्च की गई फॉर द 18th प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस कन्वेंशन। ये आप वेबसाइट देख सकते हैं, इसका 18th प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस कन्वेंशन था, कहाँ पर हुआ था? न्यू दिल्ली में हुआ था। राइट, ये जो 18वां प्रवासी भारत 18वां प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस कन्वेंशन है। ये अभी कहाँ पर, इसके लिए जो ये वेबसाइट है ये न्यू दिल्ली में लॉन्च की गई है, लेकिन ये होगा कब, ये 8 से लेके 10 जनवरी में होगा, 2025 में होगा। कहाँ पर होगा, ये भुवनेश्वर में होगा, उड़ीसा में। इसकी एक थीम भी याद रखेंगे। थीम क्या रहेगी, प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस कन्वेंशन की, डायस्पोरास कंट्रीब्यूशन टू अ विकसित भारत। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फिर इंटरनेशनल अफेयर्स पर स्टूडेंट्स। यूएन की एक अभी रिपोर्ट रिलीज की गई जिसमें इंडिया के स्ट्रगल्स के ऊपर बात की गई है कि जो जेंडर रिस्पॉन्स बजटिंग है उसको हम कैसे देखते हैं, कैसे दोनों की पे इक्वल है या नहीं, उसके ऊपर इंडिया में क्या रिस्पॉन्स है, राइट, क्या कल्चर चल रहा है, क्या लोगों की यहाँ पे थिंकिंग है, तो उसके ऊपर यहाँ पे बात की गई। यूएन के द्वारा ये रिपोर्ट रिलीज की गई थी जेंडर इक्वालिटी एंड एम्पावरमेंट के ऊपर। इन्होंने बताया कि जो हमारा इंडिया है, राइट, वो स्ट्रगल कर रहा है विद दिस जेंडर रिस्पॉन्सिव बजटिंग ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ डाटा, राइट, की प्रोग्राम्स नहीं है वीमेंस के लिए। बट कहीं ना कहीं अगर हम दूसरी तरफ पे देखें तो इंडिया बहुत सारे स्टेप्स ला रहा है, बहुत सारी स्कीम्स ला रहे हैं हम, बहुत सारी इनिशिएटिव्स लाई जा रही है सरकार के द्वारा, जहां पर इंडिया को एज अ जेंडर न्यूट्रल हम बना सकें। इवन वीमेंस को, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स को, वीमेंस को एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में यहाँ पे मेंटरशिप किया जा रहा है, स्किल्स प्रोवाइड की जा रही है ताकि वो अपना खुद का बिजनेस यहाँ पे ग्रो कर सकें एंड सस्टेनेबली ग्लो कर सकें, राइट। चलिए नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। अभी अर्मेनिया की बात करें, रिपब्लिक ऑफ अर्मेनिया, ये इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस को ज्वाइन करने वाले 104th मेंबर बन गए हैं। तो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आएगा, इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस हेडक्वार्टर कहाँ पर है, गुरुग्राम हरियाणा में। इनके नए मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर कौन बने हैं, इसका नाम बताओ, ये आपका होमवर्क रहेगा। अभी चेंज हुए हैं, पहले कौन थे, अजय माथुर, अब कौन बने, कमेंट में बताओ, राइट। तो अर्मेनिया 104th मेंबर बन गई है जिसने ज्वाइन किया है इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस को। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फिर गैबोन में। अभी हमें एक रेफरेंडम देखने को मिला था जिसमें जो नया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन यहाँ पे अप्रूव कर लिया गया है, राइट। अब नया रेफरेंडम हुआ कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों ने यहाँ पे पसंद किया, राइट, कि ये 53.5% वोटिंग हुई जिसमें से 91.8% लोग फेवर में थे जो ये नया यहाँ पे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, जो नई टर्म्स यहाँ पे लाई गई हैं। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम देखें तो जो प्रेसिडेंटल टर्म है, राइट, अब 2 बार ही आप यहाँ पे प्रेसिडेंट बन सकते हैं एंड अपने टर्म को एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं फ्रॉम 5 to 7 ईयर्स, करेक्ट। उसको एक्सटेंड कर दिया गया हर टर्म को एंड मैक्स टू मैक्स आप 2 बार अपॉइंट किए जा सकते हैं। देन प्राइम मिनिस्टर की पोजीशन यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट कर दी है, खत्म कर दी गई है एंड ताकि फैमिली मेंबर्स का यहाँ पे प्रेसिडेंट बने उसके बाद फिर प्रेसिडेंट फैमिली मेंबर बन जाए, इसको रोकने के लिए एंड एक डेमोक्रेटिक ट्रांसफर ऑफ पावर हो सके उसको प्रमोट करने के लिए यहाँ पे ये नया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लाया गया है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फिर बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस की बात करते हैं। तो इंडसइंड बैंक एंड यूनिसेफ इन्होंने भी पार्टनर किया क्लाइमेट रेजिलियंस के ऊपर। यहाँ पे हम बात करेंगे कि वेरियस कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के अंडर हम अपने क्लाइमेट को कैसे प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या नए इनिशिएटिव्स हम यहाँ पे ला सकते हैं, क्या क्या हमें फंडिंग की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, किन सेक्टर्स में फंडिंग की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, किन प्रोजेक्ट्स में फंडिंग की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, ताकि जो भी हमारी डिजास्टर रेजिलियंस एंड क्लाइमेट रिस्क मैनेजमेंट है उन एक्टिविटीज़ में हम यहाँ पे, उन इनिशिएटिव्स में यहाँ पे प्रमोट इनको करा जा सके, ठीक है। सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स को फॉलो किया जा सके, कैसे हम अर्ली वार्निंग मैकेनिज्म्स यहाँ पे सेटअप कर सकते हैं, कैसे अगर सूखा पड़ जाता है, बाढ़ आ जाती है, राइट, या हीट वेव है, तो उनसे हम कैसे मिटिगेट कर सकते हैं रिस्क को, उनके ऊपर यहाँ पे प्लान ऑफ एक्शन बनाया जाएगा। इंडसइंड बैंक की अगर मैं बात करूं, एमडी एंड सीईओ कौन रहेंगे, वो है सुमंत कथपालिया जी, हेडक्वार्टर मुंबई महाराष्ट्र, इस्टेब्लिश 1994। एंड यूनिसेफ की बात करूं तो चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर कैथरीन मैरी रसल, हेडक्वार्टर इसका न्यूयॉर्क यूएसए में। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं। नेक्स्ट है आरबीआई ने कैंसिल किया लाइसेंस ऑफ द दुर्गा कोऑपरेटिव अर्बन बैंक। ये दुर्गा कोऑपरेटिव अर्बन बैंक कहाँ पर है, विजयवाड़ा आंध्र प्रदेश में एंड ये 95 साल से ऑपरेशनल था, लेकिन इनका भी रिसेंटली लाइसेंस आरबीआई के द्वारा कैंसिल कर दिया गया है, राइट। इनकी बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट था 1949 के, उसके खिलाफ उसमें जो कुछ रेगुलेटरी मीटिंग या फिर रेगुलेटरी कंसर्न्स थे उसके खिलाफ यहाँ पे इन्होंने इनका लाइसेंस कैंसिल करा है। नेक्स्ट इकोनॉमी एंड बिजनेस, टाटा पावर ये इन्वेस्ट करेंगे 500 करोड़ रुपए इन नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट फॉर रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी प्रोजेक्ट, राइट, ताकि जो एयरपोर्ट्स हैं उनको क्लीन एनर्जी यहाँ पे सप्लाई की जा सके, राइट, उनको पॉल्यूशन फ्री एनर्जी यहाँ पे सप्लाई की जा सके। जैसे आपके हम बोलें तो सोलर एनर्जी, विंड एनर्जी, ये कैपेसिटीज़ यहाँ पे सेटअप की जा सके। इसीलिए मुंबई महाराष्ट्र बेस्ड टाटा पावर कंपनी लिमिटेड इन्होंने पार्टनर किया उत्तर प्रदेश के नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के साथ, ताकि 550 करोड़ रुपए इन्वेस्ट करके यहाँ पे सोलर एंड विंड पावर कैपेसिटी को जनरेट किया जा सके ताकि क्लीन एनर्जी इन तक मिल सके। इवन यहीं पे हम देखेंगे आने वाले टाइम में 25 साल की ये पार्टनरशिप रहेगी जहाँ पे नए नेट ज़ीरो एयरपोर्ट्स को भी प्रमोट करने का ये काम करेंगे। टाटा पावर। नेक्स्ट JSW डिफेंस, इन्होंने पार्टनर किया शील्ड AI के साथ। ये USA की एक कंपनी है, राइट। एंड यहाँ पे बात हुई है कि JSW डिफेंस एंड शील्ड AI ये दोनों मिलके V-Bat ड्रोन्स को इंडिया में ही मैन्युफैक्चर करेंगे। इन हाउस यहाँ पे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होनी चाहिए। इसमें JSW ग्रुप इन्वेस्ट करेगा $90 मिलियन ओवर द नेक्स्ट 2 ईयर्स एंड $65 मिलियन को अलोकेट किया गया पहले साल के लिए, ताकि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी को यहाँ पे सेटअप किया जा सके V-Bat ड्रोन्स के लिए। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं अवार्ड्स एंड रिकॉग्निशन पर। हम बात कर रहे हैं अशोका यूनिवर्सिटी के एक प्रोफेसर प्रोजीत बिहारी मुखर्जी की। इनको फाइजर अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया गया है। फाइजर अवार्ड दिया जाता है बेसिकली जिन्होंने एक्सेप्शनल बुक्स में अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया हो इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ साइंस, राइट। यहीं पे अगर हम देखें अशोका के प्रोफेसर हैं ये प्रोजीत बिहारी मुखर्जी। इनका बुक का नाम रहेगा ब्राउन स्किन्स वाइट कोट्स रेस साइंस इन इंडिया 1920 टू 1966। 2023 में इसको पब्लिश किया गया था यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ शिकागो प्रेस के द्वारा। इस अवार्ड को, फाइजर अवार्ड को हिस्ट्री ऑफ साइंस सोसाइटी के द्वारा प्रेजेंट किया जाता है। 1958 में ये इस्टेब्लिश किया गया था। फिर आ जाते हैं कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड, इन्होंने रिसीव किया ग्रीन वर्ल्ड अवार्ड 2024 को, राइट। एंड कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड को सम्मानित किया गया ताकि ये जो अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दे रहे हैं, राइट, बेसिकली जो ट्रीटमेंट है या फिर हम बोलें ये इनकी कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कैटेगरी के अंडर इनको यहाँ पे सम्मानित किया गया है। एंड कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड की, राइट, एक योजना है थैलेसीमिया बाल सेवा योजना, जो कि परमानेंट क्योर ट्रीटमेंट प्रोवाइड करा चुकी है मोर देन 600 थैलेसीमिया पेशेंट्स को वाया बोन मैरो ट्रांसप्लांट सर्जरी। इसी के लिए इस कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के लिए ही यहाँ पे कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड को ग्रीन वर्ल्ड अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया गया था। एंड इन्हीं को ग्रीन वर्ल्ड एम्बेसडर भी यहाँ पे घोषित करा गया है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फिर, नेक्स्ट है अपॉइंटमेंट्स एंड रेजिग्नेशन। श्रिया पिलगांवकर, इन्होंने ALT EFF 2024 को ज्वाइन किया एज द गुडविल एम्बेसडर। ये ALT क्या है, ऑल लिविंग थिंग्स, EFF क्या है, इन्वायरमेंटल फिल्म फेस्टिवल 2024 का, राइट। श्रिया पिलगांवकर ये इंडियन एक्ट्रेस हैं, डायरेक्टर हैं। एंड ये ALT EFF ये इंडिया का लार्जेस्ट इन्वायरमेंटल फिल्म फेस्टिवल था एंड इनको यहाँ पे इन्होंने एज ए गुडविल एम्बेसडर के तौर पे ज्वाइन किया है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं एक्विजिशंस एंड मर्जर्स पर। तो DPIIT जो कि है डिपार्टमेंट फॉर प्रमोशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्री एंड इंटरनल ट्रेड, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री के ये अंडर आती है। एंड इनको अभी अप्रूवल मिला है फॉर 10,000 करोड़ रुपीज़ डेट रिडन, 10,000 करोड़ रुपीज़ का यहाँ पे एक्विजिशन ऑफ डेट रिडन रिलायंस कैपिटल को ये एक्वायर करेंगे, पार्ट ऑफ अनिल धीरूभाई अंबानी ग्रुप, बाय किसके द्वारा, IIHL के द्वारा, जो कि कंपनी है हिंदुजा ग्रुप लिमिटेड की, राइट। तो DPIIT ने अप्रूव किया 10,000 करोड़ रुपए का एक्विजिशन ऑफ रिलायंस कैपिटल लिमिटेड बाय IIHL, जो कि है इंडसइंड इंटरनेशनल होल्डिंग लिमिटेड। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी पे। तो इसरो के द्वारा अभी साइन किया गया है एक IA क्या है आपका, ये है इम्प्लीमेंटेशन अग्रीमेंट। ऑस्ट्रेलियन एजेंसी के साथ टाइप किया गया, तो हम कह सकते हैं इंडिया की स्पेस एजेंसी एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया की स्पेस एजेंसी मिलकर काम कर रही है ताकि गगनयान मिशन को सक्सेसफुल बनाया जा सके। एक्सपेक्टेड है 2026 में इसको लॉन्च किया जाएगा। इसके अंडर 4 मिशन यहाँ पे इसरो टेस्ट करेगा, जिसमें से 3 तो रहेंगे अनक्रूड, मतलब उसमें कोई क्रू मेंबर नहीं होगा। एक मेंबर रहेगा या फिर एक मिशन रहेगा क्रूड मिशन, राइट। एंड ये इंडिया का हमारा पहला ह्यूमन स्पेस फ्लाइट मिशन रहने वाला है, गगनयान मिशन। टेक अ नोट ऑफ दिस, मार्क करके चलेंगे। एंड एक्सपेक्टेड है 2026 में इसको कैरी आउट कराया जाए। इसरो की बात करूं तो इसरो के चेयरमैन कौन है, डॉक्टर S सोमनाथ, हेडक्वार्टर बेंगलुरु कर्नाटका। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं फिर इंपॉर्टेंट डेज पर। वर्ल्ड टेलीविजन डे 21 नवंबर को ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है। टीवी का इंपॉर्टेंट रोल बताने के लिए, हमारी डेली लाइफ में ये क्या इंपैक्ट डालता है उसके बारे में अवेयरनेस कराने के लिए ये डे ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है। इस बार हमने 28th एडिशन ऑब्जर्व किया है वर्ल्ड टेलीविजन डे का, एंड 1997 में इसको पहली बार ऑब्जर्व किया गया था। फिर आ जाते हैं वर्ल्ड फिशरीज डे, 21 नवंबर को ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है। ये फिशरीज के बारे में, फिशिंग के बारे में, जो इकोसिस्टम है उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, राइट। इक्वेटिक इकोसिस्टम में एक ही जगह सस्टेनेबल, एक ही जगह लगातार फिशिंग ना करें, उसको सस्टेनेबली फिशिंग करने के लिए कि अलग अलग जगह पे किया, राइट। तो बेसिकली फिशिंग को प्रमोट करने के लिए एंड उसके प्रॉन्स एंड कॉन्स को अवेयर कराने के लिए लोगों को ये डे ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है। इस बार हमने इसका 27वां एडिशन ऑब्जर्व किया है वर्ल्ड फिशरीज डे का। तो दोस्तों ये एक और चीज़ यहाँ पे याद रखेंगे, ये अवार्ड्स दिए गए हैं फिशरीज को फिशरी सेक्टर में बेसिकली बेस्ट मरीन सेक्टर फिशरीज के हिसाब से, फिशिंग के हिसाब से केरला, बेस्ट इनलैंड स्टेट तेलंगाना, बेस्ट हिमालयन एंड नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट उत्तराखंड एंड सो ऑन, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं। तो दोस्तों ये तो हो गए हमारे आज के करंट अफेयर्स। अब आ जाते हैं क्विक रिवीजन पर। बेंगलुरु टेक समिट 2024 19 से 21 नवंबर तक हुई। दैन इंडियन नेवी ने 4th एडिशन ऑफ कोस्टल डिफेंस एक्सरसाइज सी विजिल को कंडक्ट कराया। जो डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह इन्होंने लॉन्च किया विजन इनिशिएटिव को टू एम्पावर अंडर प्रिविलेज स्टूडेंट्स। दैन DIPM इन्होंने रिवाइज किया कैपिटल रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग नॉर्म को फॉर CPSEs। S&P ग्लोबल CSA ने रैंक किया हिंडाल्गो को फॉर द 5th कंसेक्यूटिव टाइम एज द वर्ल्ड की सबसे ज़्यादा सस्टेनेबल एल्यूमिनियम कंपनी। देन हमारे एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर S जयशंकर एंड ओडिशा के चीफ मिनिस्टर मोहन चरण मांझी जी के द्वारा वेबसाइट लॉन्च की गई फॉर द 18th प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस कन्वेंशन, जो कि जनवरी 2025 में होगा, भुवनेश्वर में होगा। देन UN रिपोर्ट बताती है कि इंडिया को काफ़ी स्ट्रगल लगेगा फॉर जेंडर रिस्पॉन्स बजटिंग के लिए। देन रिपब्लिक ऑफ आर्मेनिया ये इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस का 104th मेंबर बन गया है। देन गैबॉन में अभी हमें रेफरेंडम देखने को मिला है एंड वहाँ पर नया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाया गया है एंड इसके अंदर हम देखेंगे कि यहाँ पे PM की कोई पोस्ट ही नहीं है एंड प्रेसिडेंट का टर्म 5 से 7 साल कर दिया गया है, बट 2 बार ही बन सकता है कोई इंडिविजुअल। देन इंडसइंड बैंक एंड यूनिसेफ ने पार्टनर किया फॉर क्लाइमेट रेजिलियंस। RBI ने कैंसिल कर दिया लाइसेंस ऑफ द दुर्गा कोऑपरेटिव अर्बन बैंक। टाटा पावर इन्वेस्ट करेगा 500 करोड़ इन नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट फॉर रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी प्रोजेक्ट्स। देन JSW ने पार्टनर किया विद शील्ड AI टू मेक VBAT ड्रोन्स इन इंडिया। देन अशोका यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रोफेसर प्रोजीत बिहारी मुखर्जी को अवार्ड दिया गया 2024 के फाइजर अवार्ड से। कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड ने रिसीव किया गर्ल ग्रीन वर्ल्ड अवार्ड 2024 को। देन श्रिया पिलगांवकर ये इन्होंने भी एक ग्लोबल गुडविल एम्बेसडर बनी है ALTEFF की। दैन DPIIT ने अप्रूव किया 10,000 करोड़ रुपीस का एक्विजिशन ऑफ RCAP बाय IIHL। दैन इसरो ने साइन किया एक IA विद ऑस्ट्रेलियन एजेंसी टू लॉन्च गगनयान मिशन। वर्ल्ड टेलीविजन डे 21 नवंबर, वर्ल्ड फिशरीज डे 21 नवंबर को ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है। तो दोस्तों ये थे हमारे इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स। अब आ जाते हैं क्विक रिवीजन पार्ट पर। First question is, which organization has recently released a report titled Pathways and Strategies for Accelerating Growth in Edible Oil Towards the Goal of Atmanirbharta, outlining the strategic interventions to increase domestic oil production of India by 43.5 million tons for self-sufficiency. Which is that organization? It is Niti Aayog. The report underscored that over the last decade, per capita consumption of edible oil in India has increased exponentially, reaching 19.7 kilograms per year. So, in order to increase the production of edible oils in India, right, this report was released by Niti Aayog. Next, which of the following central public sector enterprise not recently has granted the Navratna status? So which of them have not been granted the Navratna status? It is Central Electronics Limited. So rest, Railtel Corporation of India, Solar Energy Corporation of India, National Hydroelectric Power Corporation of India and Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited, they all has been granted the status here of Navratna. Next, which country has recently signed an MOU with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India to enhance bilateral cooperation and exchange expertise in the field of public sector auditing? It is Saudi Arabia, right? So Saudi Arabia has signed a MOU with Comptroller and Auditor General of India to enhance bilateral cooperation and exchange expertise in the field of public sector auditing. And who is our Comptroller and Auditor General of India? Girish Chandra Murmu. Next, which bank recently launched GIGA, that is a comprehensive financial suite designed specifically for gig workers and freelancers? So GIGA, this was developed by or launched by HDFC Bank, right? This GIGA, this is a business debit card that will provide accelerated cashback and personal accident death cover of up to 10 lakh rupees. Next, who has been recently reappointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Central Depository Service Limited of India? Nehal Vora, appointed as MD and CEO of CDSL. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of CISF, Central Industrial Security Forces? So, Rajvinder Singh Bhatti, he has been appointed as the Director General of CISF. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Anish Dayal Singh. Next, which airline has recently received foreign direct investment approval from Government of India for the proposed merger of Vistara with Air India Limited? It is Singapore Airlines, right? Singapore Airlines received the approval from Government of India for foreign direct investment with Air India Limited, and once completed, this merger will be one of the world's largest airline group. Also, the flight code for Vistara will change from UK to AI. Next, name India's first indigenously developed pollution control vessel of Indian Coast Guard that recently launched at the event that was held in Goa Shipyard Limited. So, what is the name of that pollution control vessel? It is Samudra Pratap. Right? This is the first indigenously built PCV. Apart from this was the first. If we are talking about the second, it is GSL Yard 1267. Right? Take a note of this. And this Samudra Pratap, it will be dealing with oil spills. And Yard 1267, this will be dealing with the maritime environment. Pollution in the maritime environment. Next, in India, in August, India launched its first survey of high-risk glacial lakes in the Tuang and Dibang Valley of Dash. So this Tuang and Dibang Valley, they are in Arunachal Pradesh, and India has launched the first ever high-risk glacial lake survey in this state. This will evaluate the geo-coordinates, boundaries, elevation and other land patterns to install early warning systems and weather stations. Next is name the Indian athlete who has recently honored at the INS Satavahana, the Indian Navy's submarine training establishment. So who is that Indian athlete? Jyoti Yaraji. Jyoti Yaraji, remember, for her groundbreaking achievement as the first female Olympic hurdler from India, Jyoti Yaraji became the first Indian athlete ever to represent India in the women's 100-meter hurdles event. Right, and this INS Satavahana, this is the premier submarine training establishment of the Indian Navy, and this comes under the Eastern Naval Command. Next is, which of the following points are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Maharashtra on 30th of August? If we look at the options, A and B are right, C is wrong. C is saying PM Modi addressed a special session on the 4th Global FinTech Festival held at Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So remember, this was not the 4th. This was the 5th edition of this Global FinTech Fest. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to National Conference of District Judiciary held in New Delhi on 31st of August? If we look at the options, option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying PM also unveiled 75 rupees coin which is made up of pure gold with a diameter of 44 millimeter and weighs around 75 grams. Is it correct? Remember, this is 44 millimeter 75 rupees coin, but it is not of 75 grams, it is of 40 grams. Now option B is right. Next, which organization has signed a tripartite MOU with Delhi Development Authority and MCD for drone surveys to combat land encroachments in New Delhi? Which is that organization? It is Survey of India. So Survey of India, DDA and MCD has signed this tripartite MOU. Next, name the project that was recently launched by Indian Army to provide support and services to defense pensioners, veterans and their families. The project name is Naman. Right? This will provide support and various services to the defense pensioners, veterans and their family members. Next, with which country did India sign the working plan on cooperation in the field of emergency management from 2025 to 2026? It is Russia. Right? The second meeting of the joint Russian-Indian Commission on the cooperation in the field of emergency management was held in Moscow, the capital of Russia. And India will host the third meeting of India-Russia Joint Commission on the cooperation in the field of emergency management in 2026. Next, Which organization has adopted a framework document on the climate and sustainable development in its climate agenda in modern conditions forum held in Russia on 29th and 30th of August 2024? It will be BRICS bloc. This framework will cover various aspects of climate action that includes mitigation, adaptation, carbon markets, finance, science and business involvement. Next, which ministry has recently issued 6 new regulations that are related to the investors in PPF, Sukanya Smriddhi Yojana or other small saving schemes? So, which ministry has released these 6 new regulations? It is Ministry of Finance. Next, which organization has recently signed an airframer contract with Safal Helicopter Engines Private Limited to develop and supply a helicopter engine named Aravali? So this Aravali is named after the hills that are in the north part of the India or in the middle in next to the Delhi NCR region. It starts from there and it goes till the Rajasthan part. Then which organization has released this or signed this airframer contract with Safal Helicopters? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and they will be developing these high power engines by the name Aravali. And they will be used in Indian multi-role helicopter and deck-based multi-role helicopters that are both designed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited only. Next, IPPB, they have celebrated their which foundation day on 2 September or that is on 2nd September. So IPPB, they celebrated their 7th foundation day on 2nd September. Next, which of the following countries did not recently sign a charter and an MOU for the establishment of Colombo Security Conclave Secretariat in Colombo, Sri Lanka? So it is Seychelles, right? It is among them Seychelles did not sign the charter, right, and an MOU for the establishment of this CSC Colombo Security Conclave. Apart from this, India, Maldives, Mauritius, and Sri Lanka, they have signed this conclave. If we talk about this Colombo Security Conclave, their aim is to address the traditional and non-traditional challenges, hybrid security challenges, correct, and that are coming to counter terrorism. I repeat, these Colombo Security Conclave aim to address the traditional, non-traditional, right, challenges that are coming such as counter terrorism, police, cyber security, law enforcement, etc. And for this, these are the countries that have signed recently. Next is which of the following points are correct with respect to the recently released World Health Organization Southeast Asia Regional Status Report on Road Safety? If we look at the option, all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Take a note. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to 5th edition of the Global FinTech Fest held in Mumbai, Maharashtra from 28th of August to 30th of August? If we look at those options here now, which among the following are rightly mentioned? It is option A and option C are right. B is wrong. B is saying that Geo Financial Service Limited, that is an NBFC, has become the first NBFC to implement National Payment Corporation of India's eKYC Setu status. Is it correct? Is it so? No. Remember, this is not Geo Financial Service Limited. The first NBFC that became to implement this NPCI's eKYC Setu status, it is your HDBFS. That is your HDB Financial Service Limited. They became the first NBFC. Next, according to Securities Exchange Board of India revised guidelines, the average daily delivery value of stocks in the cash market in the previous 6 months must be a minimum of 35 crore rupees. Next, according to the NSO National Statistical Office's quarterly estimate, India's GDP was estimated to be around how much for the first quarter of FY24? So FY25, it was estimated to be around 6.7% in the first quarter of FY25, right? And this was a 15-month low GDP for our India. If we talk about GVA, gross value added, it was at 6.8% for the same period. If we talk about India ratings, they projected India to grow by 7.1% in FY25. तो स्टूडेंट्स नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं होमवर्क सेक्शन पे. पहला है 2024 का बुकर प्राइज किसके द्वारा जीता गया. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है, इजी क्वेश्चन है, पूछा चांस है जाने का. करेक्ट. देन अभी रिसेंटली किस कंट्री ने अपना हाईएस्ट ऑनर दिया टू प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी। तीसरा, अभी एक एक्सरसाइज हुई थी पूर्वी प्रहार, ये कहाँ पर हुई थी, लोकेशन बताओ मेरे को इसकी। राइट, तो ये दोस्तों हमारे आज का होमवर्क सेशन रहेगा। पसंद आए तो वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करना। एंड अगर आप नए जुड़े हमारे साथ और अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो जल्द से जल्द सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। वी आर वन स्टॉप सॉल्यूशन फॉर करंट अफेयर्स।